What's this?
That's the
I was wondering. Did I?
No. Okay, why don't you straighten your tie?
Yeah, your tie is.
Okay, if you pick up with the...
Should I start from that again?
yeah, talk about being called out in the middle of the night.
Yeah. In the middle of the night, we were called out of the barracks, all of us. And I must add there that we were separated from the prisoners who were put into the camp prior to November the 9th. There was such a thing as the June action in April, when where they also picked up lots of Jews, and these were prisoners in uniforms issued by the camp, striped uniforms, and we were, they were in barracks, smaller barracks than we were, and we were just in our own clothing, whatever you had, pants, jacket, and coat if you had something, and had to watch the execution of 4 or 5, I'm not quite sure which of the two, prisoners on the gallows. First they played music, Vienna waltzes, marches, and like it is a Oktoberfest, so you might almost say. And we were forced, we had to see it. That, I think everybody that watched that will never forget that. And every day went by, the ground that we stood on and walked on was through the clay and through the rain sometime, and snow was very mushy. And as I mentioned before, you could easily lose your shoe. It gets stuck and you just have your foot. So you had to walk very gingerly there. That went on until the 30th of November. Yeah, every day after about a week, every day on the loudspeaker, there were loudspeakers all over the camp, called name to come to the gate. And we never saw them, the one that went there, we never saw him again. So first we thought this maybe something happened. Then through the grapevine we found out they were discharged, they were allowed to go home. So it doesn't take too much imagination to say that we all wished our name were called. The day came on the 30th November, they called my name. It is like, it's hard to say. I was shouting at the top of my lungs, I'm going, I'm going. And some of my friends wished me good luck. And we had there were about 30 of us at that day. First day we were interrogated. They asked me my name. Then they asked me, where were you born? Then in my birthday, to make sure they had the right person, and some details that only I could know. They had a dossier on me. After that was done, they said, go back and you get your hair shorn and shaved. I didn't shave for the 3 weeks I was there. The haircut I got, I was bald, and I was smelling, but they couldn't have that. And then we came back to the administration building again, where we checked we made sure that we are the right people. There, they handed us these discharge paper, in German, Entlassungsschein. And Entlassung means discharge. you're fired, you get an enlassing sign, and told if we were to say anything in the world outside what we have seen here, and they get a hold of us, that will be the end for us. Of course, everybody said we will not, and I had no intention of doing that. But the worst moment was still to come for me. It got then dark on that 30th of November, I think it was the 30th, and we were lined up to be checked out and be told to go walk now through the forest. Buchenwald is a forest, to the railway station in Weimar. While we were lined up, a column of prisoners in their uniforms, flanked by SS, and these were mostly young boys, maybe 18, 19, 20 years old, flanked by them. I don't know why, but stuck his rifle right into my stomach and said, "What would you say now, Jew, if I shoot you?" I have always been open. I have never beaten around the bush. I am very, very open, and I speak up. But the good Lord protected me. I kept my mouth shut, because what I would have said would have been the wrong word. I would have said I don't like it, or because he would have probably gotten a medal for shooting me. And as I was told later by my co-prisoners, the one we were discharged on the same night, I was white as a sheet. So we finally were behind the gate in the forest, walking to the forest into the city. It was dark, and on the way to town, we saw motorcycles coming towards us. That, as it turned out, this SS had probably the liberty, the free time. They had a good time, and now they knew who is coming. There's only us. Nobody else would go there. And they tried to run us down. So we jumped in the ditch just to let them go by every time. Finally, we came into the city. I myself was so scared, and the others too. We walked. We didn't want to touch, and on the houses there alongside, very, very close to the wall. I don't want to be in any ways, because I'm afraid I touch somebody, they would say I did something, and I go back. Finally, we came to the railway station, and a woman, you come to the railway station, yes. So a woman approaches us and asks us, "Were you in Buchenwald?" I just shake my head. I don't know. I don't know who they were. And she came back again, and somebody else came. And then this person said, a lady, elder lady, "You don't have to be afraid of us. We are from the Jewish committee. We want to buy you a ticket that you can buy a ticket to go home on the train. And we want to buy you something to eat." So I told her, yes, I was in Buchenwald. They took us in the in Germany call it, every train station has a waiting room where you can have a beer, you can have dinner, whatever. So there we had the first time that I have something warm to eat. I enjoyed it very much. It was the end of November, and the train, I think that was the 1st of December, was very hot. I was lucky. I had my winter coat with me, which in the camp while we were there, I gave it to our rabbi from our synagogue as a pillow, because there were no pillows. I got it back because he went home sooner. And I didn't take that off because I wanted to cover the smell. And I had my hat. I didn't take the hat off. When anybody that wore a hat in the train, in that hot train, the conductor came and he knew. He said, "I know where you were. I didn't even answer, but he said, I know, because he saw the head and he probably smelled something. And there was a night train from Cologne to Breslau. In Breslau, I had to change trains, and I arrived the next morning at my hometown in Beuthen. And as I've been told afterwards, every train that came from there, and also when I came, there were maybe 50 or 60 women, elderly men or children there, see whether their husband comes back or their father comes back. How have you seen him? How is he doing? And I knew quite a few people, so we told them what we knew. And I went home, and I still didn't know what made it possible for me that I was chosen to be discharged. What made it do? And I have in my possession, I believe I have it in my office, I can show it to you. At that time, of course, every Jew wanted to leave Germany, but the big question was how? There were very few accommodations to be had. And I must give it the most credit in the world that my mother was able to secure a passage on a boat of the Hapag, that is the Hamburg American line, for me on the 25th of March. And that paper, she had to go to the Gestapo and give a little money under the table. They were not averse to taking it. And this facilitated my discharge. I can show it to you. This I have the original paper that I went to. And this saved me. Can I stop a moment?
Sure.
I want to collect my thoughts.
Just wait a few seconds. Okay.
As I mentioned, as I said, that the securing of a passage on a boat to China saved my life. Everybody wanted to get a passage. It was hard to get. There were only a very few ships going from Germany to the Far East. The most refugees went from Genoa, from Naples with the Italian line, Conte Rossi, Conte Biancamano. They were the names of the ships, and they were at the premium. Any price was paid. I had done my little store. I wanted to dissolve now, save whatever I can. So I practically gave it away. I remember very vividly that in retrospect, maybe I was stupid to do it because it could have backfired. A woman came, in my store, the counter was marble, real marble. And I took it off and put it in the cellar. And somebody wanted to come and buy it for me. And they knew if they would offer me $5, I have to, I cannot do anything with it. But my temperament got the better of me, and I took an axe and I smashed it. I said, now you can have it for that price. I didn't, ridiculous. They were cutting your throat, figuratively speaking, because they knew if you don't, you have to leave it here. I had a motorcycle, I had to leave there. I got nothing for it. And that happened all in December. My ticket was for the